Headlines flash across screens worldwide. Chinese warships swarm disputed shoal. Taiwan scrambles jets in response to airspace intrusion. U.S. carrier group enters South China Sea. These are not relics of a bygone Cold War. These are urgent dispatches from a region teetering on the brink. The Indo-Pacific is a tinderbox, every maneuver adding fuel to the fire. The world watches, holding its breath. The question is no longer if conflict will erupt, but when. The stakes: global trade, democratic sovereignty, and the future of the international order. For decades, a fragile peace held, but that balance is now under siege. China, under Xi Jinping, is no longer content to wait. Its military expansion is unprecedented, its actions bolder, its rhetoric sharper. Nations in the region are being forced to choose sides. The Philippines, Japan, South Korea, and Australia are reinforcing their militaries and deepening ties with the U.S. Against this backdrop, a bold new proposal emerges: Taiwan investing in Philippine military infrastructure. This signals a new era, one where old strategies are no longer enough. Taiwan funding military bases in another country is a radical shift. For years, Taipei focused on its own defense, building a porcupine strategy to deter invasion. But now, Taiwan realizes defense alone may not be enough. To survive, it must look outward, cultivating allies, and pushing its defensive perimeter. The proposal helped fund upgrades at Philippine military sites. This is not charity, but existential necessity. By investing in the Philippines, Taiwan strengthens a crucial democratic partner and creates a buffer on its southern flank. This complicates Beijing's military planning, forcing it to face a more coordinated opposition. The Philippines, on the front lines of China's expansion, welcomes the support. Funding from Taiwan, via the U.S., would modernize Philippine bases and improve deterrence. This partnership marks a profound shift in regional thinking. Old rivals and cautious neighbors are forging new alliances. Taiwan's willingness to invest is both desperate and ingenious, a bold gambit for survival. Taipei is no longer a passive victim, it's becoming an active player in regional security. Taiwan's new strategy echoes Israel's shift after the Yom Kippur War. Israel learned that waiting for attacks was fatal. It built alliances and projected power beyond its borders. Taiwan, a technological powerhouse facing an existential threat, is drawing similar lessons. Defending the beaches is no longer enough. China's military can strike swiftly and overwhelmingly. Taipei is embracing its own Israel doctrine, linking its security to the regions. If the Philippines falls, Taiwan's southern flank is exposed. Investing in Philippine bases extends Taiwan's defensive buffer and complicates China's plans. This is forward defense, fighting on more favorable terms, farther from home. Taiwan's leaders have studied Israel's history. Isolation is fatal, alliances are lifelines. Calculated risks and unconventional partnerships are now essential. Taiwan's investment in the Philippines is the first bold step in this new doctrine. It's a lesson in survival, adapted for the Indo-Pacific. The stakes could not be higher. The U.S. Congress is laying the groundwork for this triangular partnership. An amendment to the National Defense Authorization Act would create a special fund for Taiwan to finance Philippine military infrastructure. This diplomatic maneuver allows Taiwan to provide funding without direct agreements that would anger Beijing or violate Manila's One China policy. The U.S. acts as intermediary, channeling funds from Taipei to Philippine projects. This arrangement gives both Manila and Taipei political cover. The Philippines can claim it's simply working with its treaty ally, while Taiwan frames it as security cooperation with Washington. Lawmakers in Washington see this as a cost-effective way to strengthen the first island chain. Leveraging Taiwanese capital accelerates base upgrades without burdening U.S. taxpayers. It's creative burden sharing, sending a message of unity to Beijing. The urgency is clear. Traditional aid is too slow for China's rapid buildup. The NDCA proposal is designed for speed, enabling quick upgrades to runways, ports, and depots. Legal and financial tools become weapons in this new era of strategic competition. It's a pragmatic response to a 21st century threat. The focus is on Philippine bases in northern Luzon, strategic linchpins in any Taiwan conflict. Bases like Lao Lo Airport and Naval Base Camilo Osius sit just south of Taiwan, across the Bashi Channel, a critical choke point. For China, controlling this channel is key to projecting power. From these bases, the U.S. and Philippines can monitor and contest Chinese movements. Taiwan-funded upgrades would transform these sites. Longer runways, new barracks, hardened storage, advanced radar. These become forward operating sites, extending Allied reach. In a crisis, they could serve as safe havens, logistics hubs, and support points for Taiwan. U.S. forces could provide air and sea support, complicating China's invasion plans. For the Philippines, upgrades enhance territorial defense and resource protection. Improved facilities allow better patrols and faster responses to incursions. The investment turns sleepy bases into modern, resilient outposts. The needs of Taiwan, the U.S., and the Philippines align perfectly here. It's a powerful synergy for regional security. This trilateral cooperation is a direct response to China's growing aggression. Beijing's military buildup is the largest in peacetime history. Its navy, air force, and missile arsenal all aimed at intimidating neighbors and pushing the US out. China flexes its muscle by militarizing islands and harassing Philippine vessels. Its coast guard and maritime militia use force and intimidation in disputed waters. Every confrontation is a test of regional resolve. Taiwan faces near-daily incursions and simulated invasion drills. Beijing's rhetoric is increasingly hostile, abandoning talk of peaceful reunification. This pressure is designed to break Taiwan's will. China's actions have backfired, forging the anti-China coalition it hoped to avoid. The Philippines, Japan, and Australia are all ramping up defenses in response. The proposed Taiwan-Philippines partnership is the next step in this regional counter-mobilization. The stakes are rising, and the region is uniting against coercion. The message aggression will be met with resistance. For Taiwan, funding Philippine EDCA sites is a direct investment in its own survival. The Taiwan Strait is narrow, leaving little time to react to attack. Upgraded bases in the Philippines push Taiwan's defensive frontier south, creating a buffer. In a crisis, these bases could sustain Taiwan with vital supplies and serve as logistical lifelines. They also provide dispersed locations for U.S. intelligence and surveillance assets. Allied presence in the Philippines changes the psychological dynamic. An attack on Taiwan risks a wider war. This enhances deterrence, forcing China to divide its focus. The strategic dilemma for Beijing grows. A multi-front conflict is far riskier. Taiwan's proactive stance boosts its international standing. By contributing to regional security, Taipei shows it's a responsible partner, not just a passive recipient. This counters Beijing's narrative and builds global support. Taiwan becomes a linchpin in a democratic security network. It's a smart, multi-layered survival strategy. This isn't a one-sided deal. The Philippines gains too. Taiwanese capital boosts local economies in northern provinces, creating jobs and spurring growth. Military spending becomes economic development. Security benefits are even greater. Upgraded bases enhance Philippine defense. Modernized facilities allow the Air Force and Navy to better patrol and protect territory. These are Philippine sovereign bases, strengthened for national defense. The partnership deepens ties with the U.S. and forges a new security link with Taiwan. A de facto trilateral framework emerges, more flexible than formal treaties. The message to Beijing coercion will meet a united front. The Philippines, a middle power, leverages its geography and alliances to punch above its weight. Taiwanese investment is a force multiplier, enabling modernization and deterrence. The result, greater security for the Philippines and stability for the Indo-Pacific. It's a true win-win. Taiwanese funding of Philippine bases marks a tectonic shift in Asia's geopolitics. The old US-centric alliance model is evolving into a network of interlocking partnerships. Regional powers are building their own connections, creating a resilient security lattice. This move will provoke Beijing, expect threats, economic pressure, and military posturing. But Taipei, Manila, and Washington are betting that the risk of inaction is greater. Allowing China's intimidation to go unchecked leads to regional subjugation. The trilateral front aims to change Beijing's calculus. Further aggression will be costly. Deterrence, not appeasement, is the new strategy. We stand at a pivotal moment. Decisions now will echo for decades. This partnership signals Indo-Pacific democracies are shaping their own security. They're building alliances to defend sovereignty and a rules-based order. The balance of power is being redrawn by a coalition, not a single superpower. Shared values and a common threat unite the region. The future of Asia hangs in the balance.